Hi, my name's Kevin with Piece of Pie Math, and I appreciate you guys tuning in for today's lesson. And in today's lesson, we're going to be going over a fundamental concept in algebra that leads through calculus and other higher level math classes. And that lesson is going to be finding the slope between pairs of points and the equation of the line through those points using what's called the point slope formula. So it's just a quick recap here. We'll be using points that would be plotted on the Cartesian graph, x1, y1, x2, y2, are pairs of points. And to find the slope between these two pairs of points, we use this formula, m, which is often used to denote slope in mathematics. M is equal to the change in y values over the change in x values, or y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Also sometimes referred to as rate of change, or you'll also see it denoted as your change in y over change in x using Greek symbols delta. So delta y over delta x, often denoted as rate of change. And like I said, this is a huge concept in calculus. So what we'll be doing is using pairs of points to find the slope between those pairs of points, and later on we'll use the point slope formula to find the equation of those lines. So let's go ahead and get started here. So number one, we'll use the point 3, 6, and 4, 8. And here in this pairs of points, you can see 3 is your x1, 6 is your y1, 4 is your x2, and 8 is your y2. Now all you have to do is plug this in to the formula from above, and you have y2, which is 8, minus y1, which is 6, divided by x2, which is 4, minus x1, which is 3. Evaluating the numerator and denominator, you have 8 minus 6, which is 2, over 4 minus 3, which is 1, which equals 2. So your slope is simply 2. Moving on down, let's look at number 2. And we'll use the points -4, 2, and -2, 10. Plugging this into our formula above, we have our y2, which is 10, minus your y1, which is 2, divided by your x2, which is minus 2, minus your x1, which is minus 4, and we'll put that guy in parentheses. So evaluating the numerator and denominator, you have 10 minus 2, which is 8. And minus 2 minus a minus 4, which is minus 2 plus 4, which is 2. So our slope is simply 4. And one more set of points here, and then we'll get to finding the equations of the lines and graphing them. So number 3, we'll do 4, 3, minus 1, 11. So 4 is x1, 3 is y1, minus 1 is x2, 11 is y2. So plugging this into our formula, we have 11 minus 3 over minus 1 minus 4. Evaluating the numerator and the denominator, we have 11 minus 3, which is 8, over minus 1 minus 4 is a minus 5, which gives us a slope of 8/5. Cool. So now that we found our slopes, let's go ahead and start graphing these and finding the equations of the line. So let's start off with number 1 here. So going back to number 1, our points were 3, 6, 4, 8. And our slope was, I believe, 2. All right, a little recap on point slope formula. So point slope, that is y minus y1 equals your slope m times x minus x1. All right, now all we have to do is plug in these numbers here into this point slope formula to find the equation of the line. We'll use the 0.36, so we have y minus 6 equals to slope m, or 2, times x minus x1, which is 3. And I'm going to skip a few steps here, but evaluating this, we are going to get y equals 2x minus 6 plus 6, or y equals 2x. And here we can check our work by taking one of these coordinates and plugging it into the equation that we found. Change colors here. So we use 3, 6. So if we plug in the x value, we should get y equals 6. So y equals 2 times 3. And sure enough, y equals 6. Doing the other point, we have y equals 2 times 4. Y equals 8. And sure enough, that works out. So let's graph this bad boy and see what it looks like. You have to forgive me. It's actually a pretty straight line. Still get used to the drawing pad. And we'll draw our graph here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8, or negative, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8. And we'll plot these points. So we'll start with 3, 6. So 3, 6 is roughly about here. And 4, 8. 4, 8 is really close right here. And if we draw this line, that's roughly what our line looks like. Y equals 2x. So for every 1 unit change in x, we get a 2 unit change in y. And so that's how you go from taking your pairs of points, finding your slope, using the point slope formula with these coordinates to find the equation of your line, checking your work to see if your equation is correct, and then graphing that equation. So let's go to number 2. Number 2. And we had negative 4, 2, and negative 2, 10. And our slope was, gotta remind myself, 4. Okay, so we use point slope formula. So it's going to be y minus y1, which is 2, equals slope, which is 4, times x minus x1, which is a minus 4. Solving for this, and we'll skip a couple steps, we have y equals 4x minus minus 4 is plus 4 times 4 is plus 16. Plus 2. So y equals 4x plus 18. So let's check our work. So we have y equals 4 times negative 4 plus 18. 4 times negative 4 is negative 16 plus 18 is 2. So y equals 2. And give it the green check. Checking our other point, we have y equals 4 times negative 2 plus 18, and we should get 10. So y equals 4 times negative 2 is negative 8, plus 18 equals 10. And that works out. All right, so let's graph this. All right, so we got 2, 4, 6, and we'll give it 8. 2, 4, 6, and why not 8. Negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, and negative 8. Plotting these points, we have negative 4, 2, so we're going to go 4 along the x-axis and up 2 on the y. And negative 2, 10, so we'll go negative 2 on the x-axis and up 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. It's going to be up here. And we're going to get something like this. Let's see how well we can draw this. With our equation, y equals 4x plus 18. And again, that's how we go from taking two pairs of points or coordinates, finding the slope, plugging it into our point-slope formula to find the equation of the line, and also checking our work. Number one rule, number one tip is always check your work. Use whatever method you can. Here, I just use the coordinates from what was given to me to plug into the point-slope formula to see, when evaluated, do I get the correct y answer. So, in recap, again, this is how you find the slope given pairs of points, and then using that to find the equation of the line using the point-slope formula. This is a very fundamental concept in algebra, and slope is one of the most important concepts in calculus and higher level mathematics. So I hope you found this tutorial lesson useful. If you like it, please like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be coming out with more content like this in Algebra 1, Algebra 2, Geometry, Trigonometry, Calculus 1, 2, and 3, Linear Algebra, Data Science, SQL, the whole realm. My goal is to help you guys through math. I never liked math growing up, but I grew to love it. I myself am a data scientist now. I've been doing it for over 10 years and have a lot of success using mathematics. So again, thank you. Tune in again, and I hope to hear from you soon. In the comments, please comment on what kind of material you'd like to see in the future. Thank you.